There's a special kind of pride that you feel deep down inside, a strength that seems to thrive in Lima, Allen County.
The American way of life, to get in gear and do what's right.
An unbreakable forthright link called real American strength. Lima, Allen County, real American strength.
Keeping you up to date with what's happening in your community. Community Focus on GTV2.
Thanks for joining us today on Community Focus. I'm Anne Decker. There is a new program for teens in Allen County. It is called Teen Up. And here in the studio today to give us the details is Chelsea Verhoff. She is with the Partnership for Violence-Free Families. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you very much for having me.
You're welcome. What is Teen Up?
Teen Up is a brand new program that is premiering in Allen County. Partnership for Violence-Free Families, along with Mental Health and Recovery Services Board of Allen, Auglaize, and Hardin counties, has joined together to create the brand new program Teen Up. It takes teenage students in Allen County, specifically high school students, and matches them with nonprofits in the community. Right now we're working with our Daily Bread Soup Kitchen and the West Ohio Food Bank. And what we're doing is taking the groups of teens, pairing them with their nonprofits, and they create a product that will then in turn be sold to the community, and the money that they raise gets to go back to that sponsoring nonprofit. But along the way there's a program book that they work through, teaches them about business, why nonprofits are important to the community and what they do and serve the community, and that fundraising and money is still important to nonprofits because they still have staff to pay and things to do to serve the community.
What a noble idea. I mean, really, you get the kids some experience and responsibility, and you serve the community besides.
Yeah, absolutely. It's just an exciting program. Nothing like this has ever really been done before, taking the nonprofit spin to it, and we're just really excited to see what we can do here in Allen County.
Now, you just formed beginning of January.
Yes.
Have they come up with any ideas yet for their products?
We have had, let's see, in the past 6 months we had students from Elida High School that came over and kind of helped us do some research and development. They had chose PVFF to work with us. We have then turned information over to our Teen Advisory Board, who has done a little bit more, and then in the past couple of weeks we've still modified the ideas. We're really letting this be a youth-led approach. They know their peers, they know what works, and we're going to put our faith and trust them.
How many kids do you have signed up so far?
We have roughly 8 kids. We are actively recruiting for more, and all you have to do is be an Allen County high school student, and that's it.
Because I would think the more kids you have, the more fun this is going to be.
Absolutely. We would love to be able to put a little competitive approach to it. At the end of the program, we're going to have an awards banquet and invite the media to let everyone know what great things these kids are doing for our community and how they're giving back.
In terms of time commitment, what can the kids expect?
2 hours a week, every Thursday, and that's it. Just 2 hours of their time to come, have some fun. It's really, Teen Up has a open atmosphere, just a safe, healthy environment for everyone. So 2 hours a week to come and hang out.
So why did you end up creating this program?
A couple of months ago at a conference, there was an idea of, wow, everyone says there's not enough for teens to do in our community. What can we offer them that is going to be a safe and healthy alternative, and we can engage them in some way, shape, or form that will be fun and exciting? And out of that idea kind of became Teen Up, and we've ran with it, so we're excited.
Where can kids get more information about it?
If they need more information, you can go to teenup.org, or you can feel free to call or even text me. My number is 419-905-2734.
Great. Is there anything else we need to know about it?
No, just come on out and have fun.
Okay, it does sound like a blast. When's your next meeting?
Our next meeting will be this Thursday, 6:30 to 8:30 at St. Luke's Lutheran Church on West North Street.
Wonderful. Appreciate you coming in today.
Thanks for having me.
You're welcome. Chelsea Verhoff with Teen Up. When we come back, we're going to talk to Lima Police Chief Kevin Martin right after this on GTV2.
Reduce, recycle, reuse. Allied Waste Services in the City of Lima encourage you to live green by recycling all that you can. Recycling promotes green living by reducing the amount of waste materials buried in landfills. This saves money, natural resources, and energy. Keep our environment healthy and start recycling today. Allied Waste Services is committed to a clean environment. Contact us today for your recycling needs. Visit our website, republicservicesohio.com, to learn more about recycling today.
My joints ached and I was always tired.
I was always cold, I couldn't concentrate, and my body hurt all over.
My doctor told me I had lupus. Women of childbearing age, and especially African American women, are at higher risk.
If you suspect that you have lupus, you should contact your doctor.
You're invited to attend the local lupus support group meetings on the second Thursday of each month at 1 o'clock at Lima Towers. For further information, go to connectedhands.org.
Let's all do our part to keep the Ottawa River clean and healthy. Pick up pet waste and dispose of it in your trash so it doesn't end up in the storm drain. Your actions matter.
Help keep the youth of Lima safe by donating to Lima Safety City today. Hello, I'm Chuck Eichelberger from the Lima Noon Optimist Club. Safety City is a very important part of the Lima community. The Optimist Club is renovating Safety City and it needs your help. Donations can be made by going to the website limasafetycity.org. You can also send a donation to Lima Noon Optimist Club, P.O. Box 428, Lima, Ohio 45802. Help keep the youth of Lima safe by donating to Safety City today.
Crime Stoppers is still active in the Allen, Putnam, and Van Wert counties. Our goal is to assist area law enforcement officers to identify and locate individuals who have committed crimes. If you have any information about anyone who is responsible for committing crimes, please call Crime Stoppers at area code 419-229-STOP.
Crime Stoppers! Crime Stoppers! Make the call and pay! Crime Stoppers!
We're back on Community Focus. I'm Anne Decker, and Lima Police Chief Kevin Martin is with us now. And you have just brought 4 new officers onto the department. You want to tell us about them?
Yes, last Monday we swore in our 4 newest members of the Lima Police Department. They were sworn in by Judge William Lauber in his courtroom. And I really am impressed with this group of candidates that we brought on board. As we always look for the absolute best candidates that we can find, but this was a group with a very broad range of experience and education, and so I think they're going to be fine additions to the Lima Police Department.
You want to give us some details about them?
Well, actually, again, they have a variety of experiences under their belt. We have one of the gentlemen that we hired as a 12-year veteran of the United States Marine Corps.
Oh, great.
And he is currently then also serving in the United States Army Reserve. So he continues to serve our country in that capacity as well. We have another gentleman, or actually 2 of the other gentlemen that have experience as part-time police officers. And again, a great deal of college under the belt. So there's a very wide range of experience and education that they're bringing to the table.
So do they hit the ground running? Do they have like a probationary learning period? How does that work?
Well, they were all 4 initially placed into what we call our in-house training, where they are made familiar with our general directives, in other words, our operating rules that we live by, as well as both Ohio and city law. We also have them qualify with their firearms. We put them through defensive tactics training to make sure that they understand what our expectations are and how they are to do things for us, and to make sure that they are fully capable of taking on the duties of a police officer. 2 of the officers, though, after they get done with the in-house training, will still have to attend the police academy, and we're currently hoping that we can get them enrolled in the Ohio State Highway Patrol Academy, which begins in March. Until that point, when they finish the in-house training, they will be working on our desk, getting familiar with our report writing system and our computer entries and those types of things. The other 2 that already have their police academy training in, they will then, once they get through with the in-house training, will then be placed out with a police training officer, and they will have at least 19 weeks that they have to then work with that police training officer. And the way that that works, they will begin, for the most part, doing only what they're told, and then as their training officers feel comfortable that they're able to take on more and more responsibility, will gradually begin to let go, and we'll expect them to take on more and more of the responsibility until they're sure that the officer is capable of going out working on his own.
How many officers does this bring the Lima Police Department up to?
This brings us up to a total sworn strength of 77 officers. And I want to emphasize sworn strength because that includes every officer, myself, the majors, lieutenants, detectives, sergeants.
It's not like you guys are out on the streets.
Unfortunately, not as much as I'd like to be. So that brings our sworn strength up to 77, which is what is in our requested budget for 2013.
Great.
I should probably point out, though, that of those 77, one of those is an officer who is currently assigned to active military duty as well. So we actually have an effective strength with these 476 officers.
Okay. We actually saw a decrease in the crime numbers in Lima last year. It was kind of up and down, but overall we actually saw a drop in the numbers.
Yeah, overall we saw roughly a 2% drop in the crime numbers, what is known as the UCR Part 1 crimes that get reported to the FBI. The most significant area that we saw a drop in was, in my opinion, burglaries. We actually saw a greater percentage decrease in the rate of motor vehicle thefts, but as much as I hate to admit this, I don't know that we really have a big impact on motor vehicle thefts when they go down. I think that really is more attributable to the auto industry and they're increasing the amount of anti-theft devices.
It could be an improving economy, too. They don't need to break into cars and steal them.
Well, like I said, I really tend to think it has to do more with what the auto industry is doing to make them less attractive to thieves.
Mm-hmm.
But now with the burglaries, I think certainly not the only factor, but one significant factor that helped to lead to that decrease, I think, is our pinpoint policing efforts. Because on a weekly basis, our supervisors look at where the most crime is occurring, and then they try to assign the pinpoint officers to those areas accordingly, where they can have the biggest impact on crime prevention or crime reduction. And burglary is one of the more predictable crimes that occur. And so that is something that, well, they tend to follow either geographical patterns or patterns regarding time of day, certain types of burglaries, for instance, the scrap metal burglaries, those types of things. And so it gives us patterns that we can look for and more easily target, and which is why one of the reasons why I think we've seen such a significant reduction in our burglaries this year within the city of Lima.
Now, one area that we did see an increase was in violent crime. Is there anything that you can do to target the violent crime to bring it down?
Well, there are certainly some of the categories, for instance, with the robberies. That is something that we are continuing to look at and trying to determine ways, because we did see an increase in the number of robberies in 2012 versus 2011. And so we're trying to look for those same kind of patterns, and we're trying to look for elements of predictability to where we can then try to apply the resources accordingly and hopefully to prevent those from occurring.
Okay. We got off to a bit of a rocky start for the new year, but hopefully things will take a better turn and we'll have some better numbers to report for the end of the year.
Well, hopefully we will. And the one thing I want to emphasize on that is, whereas we look at numbers, I also want people to understand that we don't lose sight of the fact that those are real people that are being victimized. And that with the burglaries, for instance, one of the reasons why I am very happy about the reduction that we had in burglaries is that means real people that did not have to come home and find that their house had been broken into. So as we talk about the numbers, I just want to make sure people understand that we're not losing sight of the human element in that.
If people do have concerns about something going on in their neighborhoods, can they just call?
Absolutely. In fact, we encourage people, if they see something that they think is suspicious, if they see a neighbor's house that has someone there that they've never seen before, or if there's a strange vehicle in the neighborhood that for whatever reason gives them cause to be suspicious, we want them to call us. We will get someone dispatched to that area as soon as we can. It may not always be as quickly as people would like, but as soon as we have someone available, we will get them dispatched to that area. And we would rather be called out on something that turns out to be nothing than to not be called if there is, in fact, something that's happened. Again, getting back to the burglaries, I know in my career I've been taking burglary reports from victims before, and a neighbor would come up and say, gee, I saw something suspicious over there, but I didn't want to bother you guys. Well, that's what people pay us for, is to bother us. So we don't consider it a bother at all. If people are concerned or suspicious about something, they should indeed call us.
Do they call 911 or call your office?
Well, they should either call 911 if they believe it's an emergency. If it's something that they're not sure is an emergency or not, then they should call the 419-227-4444 number, which is our the police department's dispatch number.
All right. Well, we appreciate you coming in today, and it's great to see 4 new officers on board.
Well, thank you.
You're welcome. Thanks for joining us. Lima Police Chief Kevin Martin. I'm Anne Decker, and this is Community Focus on GTV2.